Welcome back to Coding Breakdowns with Colton,
Alex, and Niel.
Today we're going to be breaking down the property value calculator. From functions to calculations to outputs, this is everything you need to know about the property value calculator. Niel will take it away first with the basics on how we made the code.
First, constants. At the beginning, we define all constants. These are fixed values used for calculations. Base price per soft is the base price per square foot of the house. So multipliers, urban, suburban, rural, adjust the price based on where the house is. Condition multipliers adjust based on house age. Garage, pool, and basement add fixed values to the total price. Renovation percentage is calculated from percentage of base value. Displays welcome menu to the client. This function shows a welcome message. It's the first thing the user sees when they run the program. This function calculates the basic necessities for house valuation, square footage, rooms, location, age, market trend, and comparable sales price. We collect basic information like square footage, room count, location, house age, and market trend. These affect the property's base value. Next is we ask if the house has a garage, pool, or basement. These are optional features that can increase the value. We store them in a list called features. Next is the comparable sales input. We ask for 3 comparable sales to help assess market price. If the user types no input or leaves it blank, the program handles the invalid input. Then the user enters a score from 0 to 10 that reflects renovation quality. It's used later for bonus calculation. And we start validating input. If any value is invalid, like square footage or room number being 0 or less, the program stops. If the user didn't answer the feature section, the program ends. If any comparable sale input is no input or blank, we print a custom error and stop the program. Print invalid input, comparable sales must be positive, program terminated. If all inputs are invalid, we return all the data so that the next functions can calculate the house valuation. I will be giving this to Colton to explain the next step.
Certain properties will have different features like a pool, a garage, or a basement. So at this point, we need to make sure that we have values returning to calculations to calculate for the bonus valuations on different features. So right here is the pool, garage, and basement. We get them to first input what needs to be there or what is or isn't there by doing yes or no, and then depending on that answer, we'll add to the total, and then eventually when that total is calculated, it will return to then be used for calculation in this spot right here. The next thing is the market trend index, where the user will input the market trend of their property to also help us calculate the value of the market trend to help calculate the actual price of the property in question. So right here, it's a very simple code that basically just turns the input and then adjusts the value of the added bonus by using the inputted index that the user gives, and then returns the adjusted value to help the calculations. And that's basically what this small part does. And then after that, the last thing that I did was how to calculate the renovation bonus, because some properties will be more renovated than others. So we take the input of their renovation score, and what we want to do is multiply by a fraction of that score. So what we want to do is divide that rental score given by 200 to make it a decimal of either 0.01, 0.02, any number that falls in there. And then once we calculate the rental bonus or the rental score, we use that rental score to get the actual rental bonus that will add to your total. And then once we get that rental bonus, the program will return that rental bonus calculated through these steps right here. And then finally, we did some other values that my friend Alex coded into the program, and he will be explaining that to you now.
So I'm gonna explain everything here up to the end. So first, let's go to the calculated final value. Let's define the average comparable value, which is we get from the input of the user, which is the comp1 num, comp2 num, and comp3. We just get the average by adding and dividing it by 3, then return. The next is the calculate final value. We just need to get the average of the adjust value and the comp average, then divided by 2 to get the average. Then to get the final valuation, you need to add everything, the feature value, the renovation bonus, and the comp adjusted, then to get the final valuation. So in here, the display result, it's all the print that we needed that is already calculated. You can see there in the base value, we will put the base value, the calculated one. Before we go that, we need first to put value on it, right? So we will go to the def main, the main function. First, we need to print the menu, which is the in the first part, and the date, and we need to get the data that is put it on the get house data function. The if data is none, its return is to correct if there's the data or not. If there's no data or the wrong data, it will return to the get house data in order to put the error print. So in here, you can see the base value. This part will only just hold all the values, and some of them are like calculating like for the location value. So in here, we will call the calculate base value function to get the location multiplier function in order to have the calculation for the location value. And we will do the same thing to everyone. After we calculate and we get all the values like final value, condition value, location value, such that thing, we will call out the display result function and put the value on it. So in the base value, it will be on this base value that is already calculated. So we will come back to display result. We're gonna put all the value on this one. Gonna put the base value, the location adjusted value, and the last thing, we will put the main in order to call everything up and put it on the terminal.
So that is the explanation of the property value calculator. Me, Alex, and Niel. Hope you enjoyed this explanation of the value calculator, and we'll see you all in the next coding breakdown.
Bye-bye.
Subscribe. Just kidding, we're not actually done the assignment yet. We forgot to do some test runs, so I'm gonna do this at 9:51 p.m. the day of the due date of the assignment. So we gotta get this done quickly. So let me just prove to you that this thing actually works. So we're gonna take the first one. It's 2,000 square feet or whatever. 4 rooms, urban, age 3, 1.1 market trend. Yes, it's a very fancy house. That's literally everything. 5'5", 1 2 3 4, 5'7", 1 2 3 4, 5'8", 1 2 3 4. I basically memorized this one. I put it in so many times. 9. And then there you go, it prints off everything completely fine. But just to prove to you also that it also does the invalid inputs like we mentioned in the video, let's go to number 16, which me and my teammates had like struggled to fix, but let's just do this one. All right, let's say missing features field. Let's see, run it again. 1,600 square feet, big house, 3 rooms, not very many rooms, we need more than that. Urban, age 9 years old, 1.0, and then there's no input, so you put in the no input, because whoever made this one is careless and they want to put it in. 1 2 3 4 5, 3 1 1 2 3 4, 3 2 1 2 3 4. You put it in and then enter the 7 renovation score. Very well renovated house, and it'll give you the invalid input. Features field is required. Program terminated. It will terminate perfectly fine. So our calculator does indeed work with outputs from our machine, and it also does no inputs if the inputs are invalid. So that's actually the true ending of this assignment. Is I'm finishing this at 10 o'clock at night the day before, because videos take so long to edit. But thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next coding breakdown. Peace.